Right now?
Straight to YouTube. Yeah, but we're muted right now.
Oh, we're muted. Okay. So.
Yep, so you're just hanging out right now. And he's going to let us know when we're good. Good?
You're good.
Live? What's happening?
We're here live. From the
live.
National.
My first break of the
In
National
Chicago.
this
Is
year.
it your first break?
Yeah, this is the first one of the week.
All right.
I'm excited.
Now, participating in a break for other people is a little bit different than ripping for yourself.
Oh, for sure.
Right? We're going to dig into a cup mixer. We went deep on this with a number of different years because of the variety. Now, I know you're a Bowman guy,
Yes.
and you've done your fair share of Bowman mixers,
I
probably a lot like this.
I have. It's familiar format, but I'm not a huge hockey guy. I know some. I like I opened a box of this personally, the latest, the cup. Did okay. But yeah, I'm going to have to learn from you. You're a resident expert here.
I know a little bit.
Okay,
I know a little bit.
all right.
I think we need a quick introduction for everyone watching.
We do.
With who we've got
I'm
with
Ryan,
us.
and this is Emil. And no, we're really excited to be here in the PSA studio at the National with our friend Ryan. Ryan has been leading PSA to amazing new things, all kinds of new initiatives that I've seen announced lately. But we're blessed to have been able to know Ryan since before your industry days.
Almost 10 years, yeah.
Yeah, before the industry days.
Yeah.
So it's fun to catch up with you.
I was just a customer buying into breaks.
I mean, and this was the OG like Facebook group breaks, right?
Yep.
You know,
2016, 2017.
right. Drop a break on a Facebook group.
Yep.
Claim a spot in the comments.
One. Three.
Sorry,
miss. Sorry, miss.
Yeah. So it's fun because we love looking back at those times. Not only have we changed significantly, the whole industry has just evolved. It's not even the same, right?
Yeah.
At the time, people were live on Facebook and people were live on YouTube, and that was almost it. I mean, Breakers TV
I remember that.
was a thing, right? And now you've got all these platforms, friends at eBay with a live platform, platforms like Whatnot, platforms like Fanatics Live. We have our own Fanatics Live channel there also, and streaming and breaking has just
it's huge. I mean, you just have to look around here at the show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. It's everywhere.
How do you think, before we dig into these cup boxes, how do you think breaking has affected PSA's business?
I mean, I think breaking is now responsible for a huge chunk of the new collectors either coming into the hobby or rediscovering the hobby. We know, half of the new wax that's sold out there goes via breaking channels. I just think it gives customers a lot more flexibility in ways that they want to collect and participate. If they like a certain player or team, they can go that way. For more expensive products like what we're going to open here, it becomes more accessible. So not a lot of people are going to be spending $1,000 to $2,000 for a box.
Right.
But hey, you could buy your favorite team and maybe you get a chance. Or you buy the Blackhawks and hope for the Bedard. And so I think it makes it a lot more accessible than just the traditional, I'm going to go buy a sealed box or a sealed case or a sealed pack.
Yeah.
And it's fun and it's entertaining too. So I think you meet other like-minded collectors, builds the community, because I think when you're at the National, it's as much about the cards as it is the friends and the people you're talking to.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the big part for me. Facebook was really great at community, right?
Totally.
As a social media platform, it was great at community. It was a little sketch on the transactional side of things, and we did a lot of working around, to get these things sold, right? It's not a marketplace.
Right.
But when we opened our first store, we started as breakers, never envisioning we were going to open a store.
Yeah.
When we opened our first store, the number one thing on our list was community. Like how do we replicate this community of friends that we have
that's
online
what made it special
locally?
I mean, that's what your group, why I was attracted to it in the first place.
Yeah.
A lot of similar, cool, funny collectors that, you know, a lot of the same people would show up. It's not like I would ever talk to them, but I'd see them in the chat. We'd participate in the chat. And,
Recognize their names.
Yeah, totally.
It was funny for a lot of years coming to the National, we would set up and we'd be sitting, Tom and I'd be sitting behind the table breaking, and people would come up and say hi.
Yeah.
As if they knew us,
Right.
right?
Yes.
And like we're friends.
Yeah.
But the reality is, like, we know their name, we don't know their face.
Exactly.
Like, we've seen their name a million times on Facebook, but we don't know what they look like, other than like the tiny little icon, right?
Yeah.
And of their dog.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
funny. It's like you guys are like a sportscaster or a news person, and like you're in people's living rooms every week,
Right.
And you get to, I don't know, feel like you get to know you and Tom and the overall staff really well.
Yeah, and
so,
the neat thing about the breaking as a whole is there's every type of personality out there.
Oh, totally.
So whether you like somebody who's a little mellow and chill, and or you like somebody who's like an encyclopedia of, you know, hockey knowledge, or you like somebody who's hyping it up and, you know, jumping up and down and jumping into garbage cans, like I mean, we look around and we see so many different styles that are different than ours, but that's because every collector is different.
Everybody can gravitate to their flavor that they like.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Amel's like a little bit more like me. I'm kind of loud and obnoxious, you know, but Tom was always like the dopey, funny guy, like dad jokes.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know.
Mispronouncing names left and right.
Right. But, you know, that's the best part is like these are the same kind of people that you choose to hang out with.
Totally.
You know, going to watch a ball game or going out to the bar and having a cocktail or something like that. So it's a lot of fun. So we are live right now on the Real Sports Cards app.
So what's the format for this break?
So this was a pick your team break.
Okay.
So, you know, we go in on pick your team breaks and we digest all of these checklists, right? So when it's a single product, it's easy. We go into the checklist, we digest that checklist and say, like, who can this team hit? What kind of cards? How hard are those cards going to be to hit? And all of that influences how that team ultimately gets priced.
Okay.
We like that because we feel like the pricing should be based on the relative potential value
return.
instead of just like what's the most popular team.
So
it gets a little more challenging when you go
So
five years of the cup,
especially.
right?
what's the biggest team? Is it Blackhawks? Because
Blackhawks
of
are the biggest team because Bedard's still right now, out of all of these rookies and all these years, is number one.
Yep.
Yep, but there's a lot of other really nice chases through
Is
everything.
Matty
here.
Beniers in this product at all?
Beniers is. He's 22, 23.
Okay.
Yep, so we got some cracking stuff
I
there.
like him.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is a fun stretch. You got a chance at hitting a lot. The nice thing is all of the teams, not just the Blackhawks, right? You know, if you're doing 23, 24 Cup, I mean, there's a few more teams than just the Blackhawks. But every fan has something to chase because you're going to get just about all of the teams having some rookie chase in through the 5 years of product.
Okay, love it.
How did you envision doing this? Do you go like newest to oldest? Do you go
I was just
oldest
thinking
to
that.
newest? Do you just randomly mix it up? Do you smell the box? I don't. What's the method?
I like going years, so it's just a matter of, you know, we've seen plenty 23, 24, so you just start it off with a bang and then try to go back in time. Because, I mean, 1920 is a box that just does not come up at all anymore. And you can say that for a couple of these, even 23, 24 to be fair with how quick it dried up. But 1920 with the Cale Makar chase and the Jack Hughes chase, I think that's one I want to, just because we don't do that
I know those
one.
guys. I know those names. See?
There's a lot of dialogue on social media with collectors about production these days, but that does not impact the cup at all. I mean, the cup is one of those products where it dries up within weeks. You know, we'll be breaking the 23, 24 cup, and within weeks we can't find it anywhere anymore, right? Yeah. And so it's fun, especially the older boxes where you just don't get to see them get open very often.
Yep,
so.
exactly.
All right, so you want to start Bedard.
I don't know. Honestly, I just thought about it again. Let's start at the 1920 and then let's
how
go.
about-
Let's
how
go
about
Bedard
this?
for the end.
If we pull a Bedard,
Yeah.
we will grade it for free for whoever is the lucky owner of the Blackhawks.
That's
Perfect.
awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right.
And we're gonna have a little bit of fun too. So we're gonna find a couple of cards
Okay.
that we
All
like,
right. All right.
and we're gonna get those graded as well because
Sweet.
they have to be in a PSA slab,
Yes.
right?
Yep. 100%.
So, awesome. Well,
All right.
Emil, why don't you dig in?
Let's go 1920 to start. Let's go
All right.
old and new, and then we'll chase that Bedard at the very
All right,
end.
I like that. I like that.
All right. Again, guys, if you're here watching with us, let us know. Say hello on the Real Sports Cards app in the chat. We're in a separate live stream right now since we'll have a couple different breaks all in this one.
All right, so they're still the same design because I just opened mine a couple
It's
weeks
all the
ago, so
exact
it's the
same.
same
You've got
metal.
the tin, yep.
Yep.
The box inside of a box, inside of a tin.
Yeah.
Inside of some foam.
Exactly. Yeah, the only real difference packaging-wise with 23, 24 compared to these older years is going to be the slabbed RPA.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll pop this open here.
So Ryan, is Bowman still your go-to?
I still love Bowman.
Yeah.
And, but I did not buy into anything this year with 25 Bowman yet.
Okay.
But I've opened some.
Bowman was really good.
Yeah.
25 Bowman was strong.
Yeah, I did participate in another break thing back in May at our office in California.
Yeah.
So I got to open up a bunch of Breakers Delight and had fun with it.
Yep.
So I got my fix.
Right.
It was fun.
Yeah, I mean-
Zaire Hope. I hit a bunch of that Zaire Hope guy.
Okay.
He's a stud.
A ton. Yeah, I hit a ton. Ton of color.
not a
Like
bad
full
dude to hit.
rainbow.
Yeah, so not only is PSA have studios here at the National,
Yeah.
but you've set up some studio space
In
your
California
facility
and in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen you've had a number of breakers
Yeah.
coming through
You guys
on
are
various
welcome
release
whenever.
days.
Perfect. Yes.
We'll have fun with that
It's fun.
sometime.
It's fun.
Absolutely.
All right, should we dig in? So we're going to have base
All right,
card
let's
on
see.
the bottom. So we've got Noah Dobson there, numbered 154 of 249 on the base rookie. Are you going to be doing some sleeving for me,
I
Ryan,
get to-
or what's the
I get
plan?
to do
Yeah. These are thick cards. I'm not going to mess up the corners. I don't want to do it.
So we're good there. And then
Yeah,
probably the 168s on everything.
You got thick sleeves.
All right, card number 2 here. We have got Henrik Sedin, little all-time alum, 2 of 249. Do you have a favorite hockey team, Ryan?
I like the Kraken. I mean, I lived in Seattle for 17 years,
Okay.
including when they got the team.
So
I got
talking
my
about Matty
Beniers
Beniers?
jersey. Yeah.
I like it. All right, we're going to have, I believe it's our RPA always is a third card. And there it is, Lean Bergman on the rookie patch auto, numbered 98 of 249 for the San Jose Sharks.
Any good? I haven't heard of him.
Fortunately not.
Nope.
No.
All right.
That's the other side. That's the flip
Yes.
side of the coin on
Yes.
those old boxes too, right?
There's no potential anymore. We know who you are at
Correct.
this point.
Exactly.
Now in Bowman, that's different, right? Because in Bowman, they still, you open a 5-year-old box and
Yeah.
hit an international
Oh
prospect.
yeah, totally.
Right.
It's like,
He,
oh
ju-
yeah.
he just can drink now. He legally can drink. Yeah.
All right. Next up, that is Cup Foundations. Oh, look at those patches.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, how about a little 101 action already?
yeah.
That's
yeah.
nasty.
John Gibson, 1 of 1 Cup Foundations quad patch with the laundry tags on there.
That's pretty sick.
That's kind of awesome.
That's nasty. That is really nasty.
The Ducks.
I gotta see who has the Ducks in this one. Oh, I don't have my list open. All right, we won't be able to see who has what. We'll check after. John Gibson, 1
That's
of 1.
fantastic. It's got some laundry tag action.
Hey,
on
what's
there.
that guy's name, Brian?
John Gibson?
Oh, okay.
Brian, just wait a little bit. We'll get him with a good one.
They're trying to get me on
Yeah.
some pronunciation.
Brian said say the
well,
name.
I'm way better at this than Tom.
Yeah, if Tom was
That's
in
We
true.
need to have a pronunciation off
Yeah.
at
Between
some
you and
point
Tom?
between me and Tom.
All right, so let's see. There is some more ink. Tobias Bjornfoot, 4 of 75. The Kings, 22nd overall on Tobias. And then last but not least, usually a patch at the end, and that's pretty sweet. Aaron Ekblad, Brett Connolly, and Jonathan Huberdeau with the Cup Trios numbered 5 of 33.
Nice job with the names.
This is why it's important to have breakers
yes.
that know the sport,
Seriously.
right? Because,
right.
I mean, I remember doing some hockey breaks on Facebook, and like it was just a comment barrage of like how dumb can Ryan sound pronouncing these guys' names.
What was
right?
the best one I think you had was the Kachuk brothers. What did you call them?
What did you?
Well, so
there's a story behind
there's
that too,
actually
isn't
a
it?
story behind the Kachuk brothers because I actually went to school as a kid with somebody whose name was spelled exactly the same, but they pronounced it Tachik. So
Ryan's doing a hockey break.
Like, of course I know how to pronounce this name. I know this name, Tachik. But I mean, so
All right, that's great.
I think that was a legitimate mispronunciation there, right?
Okay, all right.
Fair enough.
Valid defense.
Yeah. All right. So 101 of our first box.
I mean,
Not
that's
too
pretty
bad.
cool.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Let's go
we'll
box
take
number
that.
2.
Yeah.
All right, so
who-
2020.
Who do we got?
2021. This is a special box for us here in Minnesota. This is Kirill Kaprizov's rookie year.
Yeah, I
so
know him.
he's definitely the big one.
Okay.
He wasn't the biggest one when this product came out. It was Alexis Lafreniere was the chase.
Okay.
He is not necessarily the chase as much anymore. You've also got some really solid guys like Jason Robertson for the Stars.
Yep, I know him.
So there's a handful of studs in this for sure. It's a nice thing. Every single year, there's just so much young talent coming up in hockey right now that these rookie classes, year after year, it just seems like they're getting better every single year.
We were lucky in Minnesota. We had a nice little run with Kaprizov and Boldy and Rossi and
Faber now.
And Faber. So we had a nice little run of wild rookies to
yeah.
chase.
All right, same exact formats. It's too bad the Wild could never be good.
All right, what are the impressions of the National this year, given we've been coming to these for a while now?
Yeah, I mean, it's bigger than ever. So if you haven't been here, like, it is expanded. It now fills this entire floor.
And the second floor
the
there's some
second
action.
floor,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
So, because it used to be, the main room, and then they put the breaker pavilion kind of here in this space.
Yep.
But then TriStar was back there, and nothing was over here. And now it's just blown the walls out of this place.
Massive.
When I came in about 10 o'clock today, and the line to get in went
saw it.
out the front door, down the sidewalk, and around the corner of the building into like the loading area for this line. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
So, how has foot traffic been for you?
I mean,
you guys are running some in-show grading.
Yeah, grading on site's always a big draw for people. I think they like to come in and be able to, get it back same day or in a couple days. So it's a huge draw for people. Going into the show, we were already noticing submission volume relative to last year for the national service levels was 30% higher than last year.
Wow.
So it was like, okay, we better be ready. And yeah, sure enough, it's held up.
Now, talk about your operation. So, we can see the lines. You've got this big, beautiful booth.
Yeah.
We can see the lines. You've got some merch. You've got some studios. What's it like
behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes.
That's like Willy Wonka's chocolate
What
factory
can
in
you
there.
tell us?
I mean,
we hear some clues.
That's the welding machine, sonic welding. It's vibrating the holder to seal it. We brought a staff, about 160 people are here. Got a grading team. We're doing autograph authentication. We're doing our ticket authentication and grading here. Orders are getting received and brought in and then routed appropriately kind of behind the scenes, and it's like a little mini factory. You got production lines. We image stuff as it comes in before things are graded, makes it its way to the grading room or the autograph authentication room, and then it goes through the sealing process and different quality checks, and then ultimately, customers are picking it up, or those that are choosing to use the PSA vault, they're vaulting their cards where they can easily sell things on eBay. And so we're having a lot of people drop off there, but yeah, it's constant. We're doing thousands and thousands of cards, this week.
Yeah. How many, what's the what's the regularity of like wild, like Grail type cards that come out of the woodworks for an event like this?
Every national, we see
Yeah.
amazing cards. There have been multiple, I would say $500,000 and up cards already in the first 24 hours that we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, old stuff, new stuff, like
Wild.
crazy, rare MJs that people maybe have never seen.
Yeah.
That are now showing up for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, some really cool vintage stuff.
And they don't have to put it through the mail.
No, I
Right.
mean we graded a new one of one, Caitlin Clark, that nobody's seen yet.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a 10 on it. I saw it. I met with him
Wow.
today. So like
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the vintage side of things. I mean,
Yeah.
the national has deep roots in
Yes.
vintage.
Yeah.
Right.
Tons of vintage too. We have people kind of crossing things over, bringing in raw stuff. It's always fun. We've seen multiple 52 tops mantles already. We've seen some cool T206 Ty Cobbs that have come through. Seen a lot of Willie Mays stuff too. So
Okay.
tons of Willie Mays.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome.
It's.
And-
I mean, when I'm back there, when I get a little bit of a break from not meeting with people, I hang out in the grading room.
yeah, that's what
literally-
I was
That's
going to
my
ask.
spot.
Like,
I'm in the grading room. I like to be there.
how much of the nerd inside
Oh,
of
it's
you
so fun.
is like just wants to see the cards?
Oh, they'll flag for me. They'll be like, Ryan, come over here, take a look at this. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, we get that on a micro scale as a PSA authorized dealer,
Yeah.
where we're doing all these submissions. Direct from breaks is one thing because we get to see those
Totally,
cards,
totally.
but all the stuff that walks in the door
Yeah.
for those, to be submitted weekly, but also for our drop-off events
Yep.
when PSA is in town,
Yeah.
and then our grading 101 events where we actually, fill the store with people who want to learn about grading and what is PSA looking for, what do
Right.
the graders look for, how do they qualify this versus
Yeah, I
that.
remember a show that you guys had maybe a year ago. You had a guy walk in with some really amazing stuff. You sent me some photos of it.
Yes.
Some of the vintage
Yeah.
autograph things.
It's
Right.
Yeah.
it's amazing the stuff we
Yeah.
the most recent grading 101 event that we did. Somebody came in. We always do 5 free reviews,
Right.
for everybody that attends, so we
Okay.
can go through their cards with them.
Yeah.
And kind of
that's good.
help them align on what graders are looking for.
Yep.
So that they can take that home and assess their cards a little bit.
I think that's
better,
important,
right?
especially with first-time submitters.
Correct.
Because when you start grading, you're kind of graduating a little bit in your hobby sophistication, and there's a learning curve.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the last grading 101 event, somebody waited until the end. He had been kind of hanging out, watching me do some reviews for people, and he's like, I don't think my cards are going to grade very well after hearing you talk about all of these things, but might as well look at them. And he pulls out his 5 cards, and there's a Paul Pierce Star Rubies rookie out of 25.
Yeah.
There's, the whole thing was like Star Rubies, platinum medallions,
This rare 90s stuff.
Duncan.
Showcase Legacy,
Yeah.
all of these. He had the Duncan Go Nuts
Duncan Go Nuts,
Kobe,
yep.
like this kind
That's
of stuff.
great.
And
That's
I said, wow, the truth is some of this stuff doesn't have to even 8 to be
Yeah, it
really,
doesn't have
really
to grade
valuable,
well at all.
right?
No.
It's valuable as is.
It is.
People wanna just know it's real.
And so he goes, oh, that's interesting. He's like, would you be willing to take a look at more cards? I got a box in the car. He goes out. He brought in a box that had well over 100 cards that were from that era numbered less than 100, right? So it's all
Wow.
of the
Wow.
rubies
Yeah.
and PMGs and everything, and it was like
was wild.
mind-blowing, right? So,
That's awesome.
So some of those have been sent in.
So
and-
we see that here.
Right.
yeah.
Every day of the National, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, and that stuff, I mean, this is like 90s,
Oh, I know.
90s basketball. We know this stuff is still sitting
Oh, tons.
in people's closets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they haven't even thought to go get it out, right?
I just saw something, it was in one of the Facebook groups, somebody bought a collection, it was like a binder, and there was a Brett Favre PMG that was in a binder, just amongst all the NFL cards,
Wild
out of
to think
50.
about.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right,
right.
let's see what we got here.
2020 now? All right, here we go.
Why am I seeing color on the side? Do they have multicolored cards here?
It's an insert auto set that they did that year.
Okay, all right,
So
all
it's got, I forget what the name of it, but
Okay.
yeah, that's what that is. All right, so we'll start with the bottom on the base. Numbered 57 of 249, Victor Soderstrom for the Yotes, the no longer around Arizona Coyotes. Base again up top. We've got Elias Lindholm, 46 of 249 for the Flames. And again, should be our RPA here. And that's a nice one. Alexander Romanov, 50 of 99 with the true rookie patch auto.
Right.
Montreal Canadiens, nice little 3-color patch right there. He's a stud.
The Habs.
Really
That
nice
guy's
name.
good?
He's solid.
All right,
He's solid.
all right.
I think he's with the Islanders now, if I
Okay.
remember correctly. I think he got moved. But definitely a solid
I'll take
name,
that.
especially to find the RP out of 99 is always obviously more rare than the true out of 249.
Yeah.
But for a lot of those guys, they only had, like Bedard only has the out of 99.
Yep.
All right, now we're getting some more ink here. There is Pius Suter. Kind of nasty patches
beautiful.
on
There you go, Blackhawks.
There's
That's what you're looking for.
That's exactly what they're
That's
chasing.
it.
exactly.
They got it.
They're good. They don't need any more cards this break.
Yep, they're set.
Yep.
Pius Suter to 50.
No skunk for the Blackhawks.
All right, we'll get into this this multicolored card here.
Do you know what's funny is a lot of the last names on these guys are clearly all related. Like Suter, is he part of
Right.
the Suter family?
He's
They
not
play-
actually,
Oh, really?
but
Okay.
yeah.
But there's been you
A
said
ton of guys.
Sandin.
Yeah, you got
like,
the
there-
Sedin brothers. You've got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hughes brothers.
Yeah.
You've got, and then you've got dads and stuff.
That's
Like
the
it's
thing.
everything.
It's crazy.
All right, let's see what we got here. There is Nikola Ehlers with the chemical composition on card auto. Winnipeg Jets. That is unnumbered on the chemical composition. Then a patch to end it. We've got Ilya Sorokin, 3 of 49 with the rookie 3-color patch for the Islanders. That's our main guy right there. So congrats to the Islanders on that one to wrap up 2020.
All right.
Upper Deck the Cup. Should we keep rolling?
Keep it rolling.
Keep going.
21-22 time now. You've got Cole Caulfield.
Okay.
You've got Trevor Zegras, who just got traded this offseason, actually.
Now,
As a-
Upper Deck has some brands that kind of hail from the era of basketball, like early 2000s basketball.
Oh yeah, they've got some awesome IP.
With exquisites. How often do you see exquisite in Cup?
Not very often.
Is it a tough hit? 'Cause
Yeah, they're
they
also
actually
doing
have taken-
exquisite. Yeah.
They've taken that brand and
Yeah.
spread it through a number of different products
You
throughout
have it in
the
Black
year.
Diamond, you have it in Ice.
Right.
A little bit in the Cup, but yeah.
Now-
I hit an exquisite in my box. I think it was Grubauer, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect for you.
Now, pure speculation. I've heard rumors. I don't know if it's the case,
Yeah.
but you know, I've always wondered like why doesn't Upper Deck bring back exquisite as a product?
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor that I heard, again unconfirmed, is that the NHL actually considers the Cup as the pinnacle because that's the highest level of achievement that you can reach in the NHL.
Okay.
So they don't want a product higher than that.
Interesting.
So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know.
But it seems like it could be a plausible explanation.
I like that thought process.
Especially
The
in
Cup
an
is the
era
pinnacle.
where, you know, these super high, ultra high end
Yeah,
products
yeah, yeah.
like Flawless or a Diamond Icons or a Transcendent.
Yeah.
Like, we know there's a market
Yeah,
for
there
these $10,000
Yeah.
boxes. And, you know, Exquisite is that kind of a brand.
Yes, for
That's
sure.
that kind of an IP. But it does make it really fun when you can sprinkle it through all of these other
Correct.
products. It certainly makes it more accessible
Yeah,
to
totally.
collectors.
Yep,
So
100%. All right, let's get into it here. 3 boxes left in this one. This may or may not be the longest cup break ever.
right? Yeah, we're used to these cup breaks where it's like, oh, 20 minutes.
Hey,
you know,
there you
we
go.
actually have to like intentionally try
liking some of
to try to slow
you
it
mean
down.
business because you wore the gold bracelet today.
Exactly, 100%. 100%. Don't listen to these guys. These guys are all.
Great. That's great.
These guys are terrible. These guys are terrible.
Oh, it's so funny.
All right.
See, that's what I was talking about. The community. It's funny.
We've got Alex Newhook to 249 on the
One of
rookie
the
base.
many things that everybody makes fun of Emil about. It's quality.
Right up on top, John Carlson, 68 of 249. Don't worry, Cardzilla, I got him taken care of. Let's see here. Give me a big RPA. There is Tanner Lazinski, 165 of 249 for the Philadelphia Flyers with our rookie patch auto. We need something. We need like a little McDavid action or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause they have the veterans in here too.
They're
right?
all in here, yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep. Let's see what our next auto is. Oh, that's a sick one. 12 of 25. Tim Stützle, the basics patch auto with the patch right in the middle.
That's kind of cool.
Kinda
That's
cool design.
really sweet. So this is his second year. He was a rookie in 21-22, so the second year on-card auto. The Senators, that's a nasty card.
They call that the MasterCard inspired design, the MasterCard logo.
I really like that card. All right, last auto of this box is going to be William Eklund. San Jose Sharks, 240 of 249. Sharks have had a couple decent rookies come through these last few years, but none as good as who are waiting on 24-25 the cup to come out for in Mr. Macklin Celebrini. And last but not least, there's a little triple. Rasmus Dahlin, Victor Olofsson, and Casey Middlestad, 30 of 35. Casey Middlestad, Minnesota boy.
There we go.
All right, 2 left now, 22-23. That's the fun part about, you know, having hockey be so prominent in Minnesota is a lot of these guys, especially these younger guys, I've either played with, played against,
Yeah.
or know someone that has played with or played against them and seen them come through.
Now you were a goalie, so they probably scored on you every time.
I wouldn't say every time. They weren't
You were
that
a
good.
goalie? That was your
I was a goalie, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
decked out in all the pads and everything?
Yep.
My daughter is the goalkeeper on her club soccer team.
Okay.
So as parents, we have to deal with that. I don't know. Pressure, angst, we don't really care. She's like a quarterback. Allow a goal, short-term memory. It's like throwing a pick. Forget about it.
That's
Move
how
on
you
the
need to
next
be.
thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You haven't
But
had
it can be
to.
stressful.
You haven't had to get in any arguments with any parents that have been
Nah,
yelling over.
everybody's been
Not
pretty
yet.
good. Everybody's been pretty good so far.
I'm just starting to get into that. So
Yeah.
My daughter's 7. This was her first year of baseball.
There you go.
All boys. She's the only girl on the team, but the
It's like my
tallest.
daughter, yeah.
We got about 80% of the way through the season, and she hadn't got a hit yet. And she's got a beautiful swing, but she struggled like tracking the ball.
Yeah.
So she had a great swing, but she was just swinging.
Yeah.
Instead of like watching the ball come
Right,
in and hitting
right.
it. And I was like, there's no chance I'm going to let my daughter not get a
Yeah.
hit this year. And I was going home from work every day early.
Working with her?
Every day, I went out, I bought a big net, bucket of balls, a tee, we were doing soft toss, and in like the third to the last game, she not only got her first hit of the season, but it's like the first hit anyone on the team had hit into the outfield on the
Yes,
fly. And I
that's
was like,
awesome.
Yeah, that's my girl.
Yeah.
You know, and then it like clicked. In the next game, she had 2 hits.
Good.
And
That'll keep
so
her
it's like,
playing, so
man,
she'll
that
keep
was
going.
so fun.
That's awesome.
That was so fun.
That's great.
Perfect. All right, let's see what else we got here, guys. Oh, we got not base on the bottom, so we'll go from the top here. 171 of 249, Jeff Skinner. This is where we need to find that veneers for you.
Yes.
Card number 2. Oh, redemption.
Oh, redemption.
Let's
I don't remember
I think I
who
have
the.
another filler in here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hopefully not expired redemption, right?
We should be in the window.
23, we might still be in the window. I don't know how much they're going to be able to see this on the camera there.
Pretty good zoom.
Pretty good.
It looks clear.
All right.
You can't read the fine print. There we go.
There we go.
Okay,
Now
all
we're
right.
good.
There's the phone number if you
All
need to call.
22, 23.
Now let's see the code.
You're right. Rookie auto patch 194 to 249.
Oh.
And that is of Kirill Marchenko.
Hey, and it's still valid for another
Still
year.
valid. Perfect.
2026.
Kirill
There we go.
Marchenko on the rookie patch auto.
See anybody?
He's solid. He's actually
Okay,
really
good.
solid. He had a
Cool.
good year this last year. And then we'll get into some more ink. There is Caden Korzak, number 2 of 10 with the rookie class patch auto, Vegas Golden Knights. Knights are always a fun chase just because of how sick their patches are with the gold stitching on
Color,
everything.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So nice. Here is...
The Knights had something really cool. I saw they had a mobile merch truck. And I was like, oh man, I want one of those so bad. I was saying like, man, if you could take a mobile brakes truck on the road,
there you go.
You know, set up outside of big
We've
events.
talked about doing a
and stuff
Madden
like that.
cruiser for PSA grading and driving all around the country and doing it all in the van.
That'd be epic,
Yeah,
actually.
that's
I know
wild.
that guy.
How about a little legend action?
There's a veteran, I know that.
8 of 99, Ron Hextall enshrinements auto. Just a pretty card right there.
Yeah, you just get a food truck
Yeah.
and convert it into a braking studio,
Totally.
mobile braking
Yeah.
studio.
That's
You
great.
could go break from Omaha or Cooperstown.
That's fun.
Or,
Do
you
it.
know, that
The
would
next
be
evolution.
Be a blast.
Yeah.
Although the last time Emil was doing this road trip, he ended up in handcuffs. So
Yeah, that's true.
We'll have to get into that some other time.
yeah.
Oh, there's a video.
It was
out.
all over social media, you know.
Not good.
So we're in the middle of a 12-week promotion right now called the Real Sports Cards Summer Road Trip.
Yeah.
We started in New York City at Fanatics Fest. And for 12 weeks, every day we're in a different city, working our way across the country. Some of these are virtual stops, but we're popping in, and obviously here in Chicago for a week. We're giving away a cool prize, free giveaways every day on the app.
Okay.
You can enter for free that correlate to the location that we're in.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
we get yesterday was like a Mike Ditka autograph ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun.
There's tomorrow is a Ryan Sandberg definitive
Patch
relic
auto.
auto.
Wow.
On card.
Yep. I mean,
That's
there's
Tom's
some,
favorite guy, right?
It
Right.
is Tom's
Yeah.
favorite guy,
Yeah.
Sandberg. So it was a really sad week
Yeah.
for Real Sports Cards specifically
Yeah.
because Tom has
I know.
had this amazing Ryan Sandberg PC, has had the opportunity to meet him
Right.
a bunch of times.
Yeah,
and,
that was super
and Ryan's known for being just a really good guy.
Yeah.
You know, actually spend time talking to fans and engaging and responding to mail and
Totally.
stuff like that.
We need
So,
more of that.
Yeah, that's a big loss for the hobby.
Oh, we got some kids watching. This is great.
Yes. What's up, guys? All right. 2 more cards left. I think we have one more auto and a patch, potentially. And that's kind of nasty. Oh, that's sick.
Sweet.
The dual materials, the patch and the stick. 12 of 25, Jack Hughes.
That's cool.
That is really epic. I'm such a sucker for the game used sticks. They throw some of these into cup. They do a lot in ingrained as well, where they're throwing like sticks and gloves and tape and everything. And last card of the box, we've got another triple. How about that for the Kraken?
Hey, there we go.
We've got Jaden Schwartz, Jared McCann, Philip Grubauer, Matty Beniers, Jordan Eberle, and Shane Wright.
The whole crew.
The Sixes
Sixes.
jersey, 4 of 15 on the Seattle Kraken right there.
Very nice.
That's epic. And that's rookie year on
Yep.
Wright and
Yeah.
Beniers there. And then it's down to 1.
Okay.
The big chase.
And then it's down to 1. 23-24, the Cup Hockey. This is where we really need to make some noise.
So we have Fantilli, right?
You've got Fantilli for the Blue Jackets.
Carlson.
You've got Carlson for the Ducks.
Bedard.
Bedard for
Who
the
else?
Blackhawks. You've got Brock Faber for the Wild. You've got Luke Hughes for the Devils. Trying to think how much more deep I can go. Those are definitely the main ones.
Okay.
So it is kind of we've talked about it all year long with all these 23, 24 products is it's definitely overshadowed by Bedard.
Yeah.
But there are so many quality players. Logan Cooley for the now Utah.
Yeah.
With the
we
Yotes.
talked about some of these products that Upper Deck has from 23-24 that we feel are really underpriced in the market.
Yeah.
A product like SP Authentic, like it's come down in price right now. Like it's a really, really compelling rip.
Right.
Really?
Because there's so many things that you can hit, and it's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
affordable box. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the beautiful things about hockey is it is a smaller market,
Yes.
and the boxes are still really, really affordable
Yeah.
for
Yeah, yeah.
everyday collectors and the kids that are coming
No, I
into
love
the
that.
store.
That's great.
So
Cool. All right, let's get into it then.
Okay. We
Last
got
Box
the encased
Mojo.
card on the back, or the
Yes.
bottom, I know that.
Yep. So we'll save that for the end. Got a couple extra stickers in here.
I know that guy.
Same type of foam here. We're going real old school. All right, so there is our encased RPA. We've got to end with that in the cup here. And let's see what we've got. Good luck, everyone. 142 of 249, Bobby Orr on the base for the Bruins.
now, one of the things I heard about the National this year, as they opened up a lot more space, is it allowed a lot of newer dealers in.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, the National, like we talked about, its legacy
Yes.
with vintage.
Yeah.
Right?
It's kind of like one in, one out, basically, for a long time, and they finally have expanded it.
Yeah, I mean, and part of the challenge there was, modern collectors have really contributed a lot to the
Yeah.
surge and the popularity and the growth of the market. And so the upstairs room actually has a lot of first-time
Yeah.
dealers in it, a lot of modern cards.
I've been up there. I did a stroll around.
And one of the feedback that we heard from one of our collectors who's here at the National is, I finally found tables with lots of hockey.
It's great.
Because these hockey guys have, they've got their big
Yeah.
Toronto show.
Yeah.
But as far as the National
They're ready
goes,
to
it's
look
been
in.
so dominated by vintage baseball and things like that, that there hasn't been a lot of room for hockey dealers. So
Yeah, good to
if
see
you're at
more.
if you're at the National, make sure you get upstairs if you are chasing a lot of the modern stuff, the hockey stuff, things like that.
Yep.
So.
Sweet. All right. Should be an auto, I believe, right after the base card. And there, that's
dual auto.
nasty.
Oh, that's cool.
That's super sick. Dylan Cousins and Tage Thompson, 1 of 15. Dual scripted swatches for the Buffalo Sabres. That's actually really awesome. The Buffalo Sabres on that one.
Pretty cool card.
That's I like how they signed on the
fabric.
On the fabric. Up next, this is my favorite.
It's also game
insert
used.
auto.
Game used.
Game
Is
used.
it?
Good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's cool. This is my favorite insert auto set in the cup. The signature renditions.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I haven't seen that before.
And that is epic. Brock Besser with a big old bold auto there. Brock Besser signature renditions auto for the Canucks. Those are unnumbered, but that's such a cool hit. Congrats to the Canucks on that one.
We see a little bit more of manufacturers going to different color autographs.
Yeah.
We saw that with Resurgence Football.
Correct.
This year from Topps.
Yep.
What did they use?
Where
in
they
there?
correlated the color of the ink with the color of the parallel.
Okay.
So
Red
they
refractor,
do like a
red-
green
yeah.
ink on a green
Okay, that's pretty
refractor
cool.
and stuff like that. But the bold paint pen
paint,
style
yeah.
autographs, I
They
love
look good.
that
They
stuff.
look good.
It's tough to beat.
Heritage always had the red and the blue, and that was
Right.
it. That was
Right.
about as exotic as we got.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So-
And for a while, Topps did red ink autographs on their Asia editions. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh wait, I do. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Tier 1
yeah.
Asia
I do remember that.
had a red ink
Interesting.
auto out of 5,
Uh-huh.
but it was only Asia edition. And so they played within it a couple
Yeah.
of different areas, but it never really took off a ton.
Huh.
But I know a lot of the the in-person autographs that we like to get, we're always experimenting with different color paint pens that match the card or really draw out some of the things because they look fantastic.
100%.
Fun to see.
All right, what do we got left? Is there 2 cards left plus the RPA? Ooh, that's a fun name to see right there.
That's a good name.
That's a decent name to see. How about Connor Bedard? 30 of 35. Oh, that's nasty. Look at that patch.
It's got that little green on there, right?
It's got the 4 color. 30 of 35 Bedard rookie patch on the rookie ring gallery. Bedard lucked out by being a black card, or I guess maybe Upper Deck lucked out because the amount, like the sick patches that they can put in with the 5 colors, it is unreal. All right, last card here before the RPA. And there is the show. Oh, that's an awesome one. Rick Nash on the show number 25 of 99 for the Blue Jackets.
So the show is one of my favorite Upper Deck IPs. In our lounge, in our sports lounge at the shop, we decked out the whole surrounding wall space with show pieces. And I love the show pieces. I mean, goes back to like in-person autographs. Like this needs to have a silver paint pen autograph
100%,
on it, right?
Yeah.
But I love these show pieces because they're this big. They're about like that. And the autographs on these things are huge. Yeah. They're like enormous autographs. I'm in love with those. I think they look fantastic. We've got Jordan on the wall, Tiger, Brady, McDavid, Gretzky.
Yep. I think those are the 5 ones
those
that we have.
5?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they're fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We like the UDA stuff.
100%. All right.
Okay, moment of truth.
This is where we need it. The rookie patch auto from the Cup. We'll see if we can slow roll this one a little bit. And they're in case, so we can get a name first. I wonder if we should go, or the name's on the bottom too. All right. Base set rookie auto patch. And it is of Bedard. Adam Ginning for the Philadelphia Flyers. 49 of 249.
And the single color. See that one there's
single color.
You don't have that logo. I mean,
no. Not quite a napkin. We got some stitching in there.
There's some stitching in there.
Almost a napkin. It's an embroidered napkin.
Exactly. Philadelphia Flyers on the RPA.
I think those are called doilies.
Doilies?
Yes, exactly.
All right. That does it.
You want to do a little recap for everybody?
Cool. You have them all set out?
Yep.
All right. So I'm assuming this is base type stuff, non-auto. We've got, get the camera back on there. All right. Rick Nash, the show to 99 out of 249. Bobby Orr, Jeff Skinner, John Carlson, Alex Newhook, Elias Lindholm, Victor Soderstrom, Noah Dobson, and Henrik Sedin.
I didn't hear any struggling with the pronunciations or anything out of anal.
No, pretty smooth. That was good.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's not fired today.
Not yet, at least. We'll see what else happens. Our relics here, 6s jerseys, Jaden Schwartz, Jared McCann, Philip Grubauer, Matty Beniers, Jordan Eberle, and Shane Wright to 15 for the Kraken. The materials dual patch, dual relic, 12 of 25. I love this one. Of a great player, too. Yeah. Jack Hughes there with a stick and patch, 12 of 25 for the Devils. Trios, Rasmus Dahlin, Victor Olofsson, Casey Middlestead to 35 for the Sabres. Ilya Sorokin, 3 of 45 rookie patch for the Islanders. Another trios here, Jonathan Huberdeau, Brett Connolly, Aaron Ekblad out of 33 for the Panthers. And then the Connor Bedard, just a nasty 4-color patch there on the rookie rink gallery out of 35. We've got some more autos here. 2 of 10, Caden Korzak, rookie patch auto. Ron Hextall, enshrinements auto to 99 for the Flyers. Korzak for the Knights. William Eklund, rookie ink for the Sharks out of 249. Tobias Bjornfoot, 4 of 75 rookie ink for the Kings. Tim Stützle with the 12 of 15 basics patch auto for the Senators. Nikolai Ehlers chemical composition ink for the Jets. Pius Suter, 7 of 15 emblems of endorsement rookie dual patch auto for the Blackhawks. Brock Besser signature renditions ink for the Canucks. The dual, this one's so cool. Dylan Cousins, Tage Thompson, dual scripted swatches patch autos out of 15. And the John Gibson, 1 of 1 foundations, the quad foundations patch auto for the Ducks. And then, is this RPAs?
That's your RPAs.
We've got Kirill Marchenko on the redemption to 249, the unexpired redemption, which is good. Lean Bergman to 249 for the Sharks. Tanner Lazinski to 249 for the Flyers. Alexander Romanov to 99 for the Habs. And then Adam Ginning out of 249 for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Awesome.
And that is going to wrap us up on that one.
And that's a cup mixer.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's
good.
fun.
It's
Some
good.
good talk, some fun cards.
100%.
Right? Exactly. This is
all
what the
about.
hobby. This is what the hobby is about. Hanging out, having a good time, enjoying cards. It's good. No,
It's
we're,
good.
We're glad that you could join us
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hang
Thanks for
out with
having
us.
me.
So
We're going to get back to the chaos.
Get back to the
Perfect.
chaos. We got the studio for a little bit more time,
that's
so
good.
we're going to dig right into some
Do it.
Pokemon for the
Have fun.
for the people. So
Yes, have fun.
awesome. Thanks
All
for
right,
joining
thanks,
us,
guys.
Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep. All right, hang with us. We're going to stay live and get set up. We're going to transition right into Pokemon Mixer, Pokemon Center ETB. So stay tuned. We'll get set up for you guys.
And we can just go.
Yeah,
We've
let's
got the mixers
rock and
ready,
roll.
so I'm just going to double check which
pull out
one
the
is
boxes.
which. Because we're in that live stream right now in the app. If you're here hanging out with us, let me know. Let me know that you are here and ready to rip. And I'm just going to double check here. I believe the first one is the one with 151.
I'm low on batteries. Okay. You want to swap out packs?
All right, Ryan's gonna swap out packs on his microphone. I'm gonna double check what we got here. So this is our Pokemon Center exclusive ETB mixer. This is number 1 of 2. We have got Paradox Rift on the Iron Valiant. We've got Twilight Masquerade. Again, all Pokemon Center ETBs. Astral Radiance. We've got some Prismatic Evolutions. We'll do a little Umbreon chasing. And then we have 151. I'm crazy excited to get into the 151 ETB. Ready to go, Ryan, or what?
We're ready to go.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to start it off with Paradox Rift.
I should have Nate rock this one with
Yeah,
you.
we should, seriously.
Nalter Deeds? Nalter Deeds is in the house.
Lame. All right.
I bet if I pushed him hard enough, I could get him in here.
Yeah, just pop in here.
Come on, Nalter. Come on, Nalter. Right here. Right. Do you guys have another pack?
Perfect.
Yeah, you're on. You're on camera. You don't. So Nalter is one of our guys on the social media team, and he's been doing social media for us now for maybe 3 years, coming
Couple
out,
years, yeah.
hanging out at the shows. But in his hobby life prior to working with us, he actually had a YouTube channel
Yep.
where he was doing Pokemon breaks and everything like that, and probably most famously got a shout out from Mr. Beast, right?
Yep.
And so we'll get Nalter in here. I'm gonna let Nalter rip this with you. You guys
Perfect.
can have a little bit of fun.
Sweet.
Continuing the Geek Fest from hockey into Pokemon.
That's
So-
perfect. That works. Yeah, Titus.
All right, I'll stick around for a couple of name butchers.
Titus said, get the pro in here.
All right.
Should get this. There you go.
All right, we're
Son, we've got 30 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
perfect.
30 minutes.
30 minutes for 2 Pokemon mixers. If we have to do the second one from back at the studio, we will do this. And let's go. So we've got 2 promo cards in there. And
so
a bunch of
now
the
this
gameplay stuff.
mixer is all Pokemon Center ETBs, right?
Correct.
So talk about Pokemon Center ETBs for somebody like me who's not a Pokemon guy. Like, what's a Pokemon Center ETB? Why is it unique and different than like the normal one that you would find at our shop or at Target or something like that?
Yep, I got this one.
All right, that's all you.
So Pokemon Center ETBs, they are only released on Pokemon Center's website. Usually they do a pre-order for them a few months or a couple months before the release. They have a different artwork or slightly different artwork. There's usually more packs. There's usually a promo that has a Pokemon Center stamp on it, which those promo cards can grade, if they grade well, can be extremely valuable. In addition to that, there's a lot of sealed collectors out there in the Pokemon world that just want one of every ETB. And if you're trying to get all of them, you have to get the Pokemon Center ones too. So the price on them is usually higher than the cost of the assets in them simply because there's not that many.
Yeah, I mean, and I have to imagine, like most manufacturers, like when they do these exclusive .com releases, a much different production run than like the more widely distributed ones. So they do tend to be more scarce. Right?
And you can only get at most 4 at a time. And maybe that's even changed recently because it's been such in high demand. I haven't been able to get any. I used to get one of every set, a case of every set every time they'd come out. And now I don't even try because I don't understand it.
So kind of like Bob Ross on Tops.com,
exactly,
it's a tough one to get. You know, they do these drops, they go for sale, and they just get snatched up by all these collectors, right?
We learned it from the sneaker world. That's how we met, and now it's carried over into cards and everything else.
It's just been a lifetime of not being able to purchase something.
Yeah, sorry, missed.
and these Pokemon Center boxes specifically came from one of those types of collectors. A couple months ago, we had a local Pokemon collector who collected sealed and singles too, but a lot of sealed. Decided that he was ready to get out of the market, and so we bought his whole portfolio. And he, like you said, he had all of these. He had all of the regular ETBs and all of the Pokemon Center ETBs. So we picked all this stuff in that collection. So maybe he'll tune in and watch and see what he missed out on. Maybe not. But I don't think his intention was ever to rip it anyways. So now some of these cards actually get to see the light of day, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, let's see what our promos are first. So we've got the Iron Bundle. And do they do the regular? Oh, there it is. So there it is, Sam. All right, I missed it right there. So Iron Bundle for the water spot. And then we've got the Iron Bundle full arts there. So that's the regular one right there. So you get the regular and the base. I'm gonna grab some top loaders real quick here. And then a pack of regular sleeves.
For those, are you gonna leave those in the wrapper?
I don't know, Nalta, what do you think?
Do we want to leave them in the wrapper for?
I would leave them in the wrapper.
Let the collector make their own decision.
Let the collector decide,
Cool. All right, that works for me. So I'll put our promos right there. And we'll start getting into some packs here.
Amo, who's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon, I mean, obviously I love all the OGs, Squirtle, Charmander, Pikachu. My personal favorite, though, is Mudkip.
Mudkip is a legend.
So Mudkip, I grew up playing Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Sapphire was the main one, and then Emerald after that. And Mudkip was always my starter.
Gen 3 is my favorite.
It's the best by far. How about you? I think I know what yours is.
Mine is also Gen 3, which is Blaziken, the spicy chicken. So I like Blaziken. I always thought he was cool.
I thought you were going to say Rayquaza.
Rayquaza is my second answer, 100%.
You can't pick a legendary to
exactly.
To be your
it's
favorite.
like saying your favorite basketball player is LeBron James. Like, okay, but who else?
So I'm not allowed to say that my favorite Pokemon is Charizard.
You can. It's just a little basic.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. So I never was a Pokemon guy. I graduated high school in '99, so I was in high school for like the initial Pokemon years. And I was too worried about being cool during that time of my life.
Yeah.
Like I had fully embraced my nerd like I have now.
Yeah.
So I never got into the early Pokemon stuff. But it's been fun since opening the shop 5 years ago. Like I kind of got into it, but not really. But now with my daughter being 7,
Yeah.
like she absolutely loves our Real Sports Cards Pokemon trade nights. Like I remember the first Pokemon trade night that I brought her to, and I was like, this is how you do it, and don't be afraid and don't be shy, and you can just approach kids and ask to see their binders and see if they want to trade with you and things like that. And she was nervous, and you could tell, but she had a really good time. And the second one, we pulled into the parking lot in the back of the shop, and before I even knew what happened, she was like out of the car, into the shop, out there, onto the
Making trades.
onto the store floor, like sitting on the ground, like looking through albums. I'm like, okay, all right, she's got this. So I don't have to worry about my 7-year-old daughter anymore. But she likes Rapidash, and she likes any of the like unicorn. You might know what the unicorn one is. But she likes those kind of Pokemon right now.
That's awesome.
But one thing I love about the kids, and you can probably rip a little bit, but one thing I love about the kids' trade nights is these kids aren't trading based on value of cards at all. It's pure like design, right? Like they are sitting looking through binders, looking for cards that they think look cool. And they're trading with each other, and they're not looking it up on TCG Player or comping things out, and that's so pure. That's like the most pure form of collecting that exists. And it's so fun. I mean, we'll have 60 to 80 kids sitting on the floor on every square inch of our store for those trade nights. So.
And it's one of my favorite parts, because I've been to most of them, is that seeing the same kids come time and time again, as well as new ones coming in. But that was something that I wish I had it when I was a kid. I was 5 when Pokemon came out, so I was like really the target demo. And like there was a few stores that had it, but there wasn't really events. My parents weren't bringing me to that. And so seeing that, going to those events now, just for me, it's very fulfilling to be like, man, it's so cool how far this has come, because I wish I was that kid back in the day.
Yeah, and that's distinctly different from like the older kids and adults who are playing the game too, right? Because it's a trading card game, so there's a lot of Pokemon gameplay at a lot of these stores, but that's not really super kid friendly either a lot of times. So that's been one of my favorites. So.
Totally. Look at that.
The electric spot is kind of lighting it up right now. With the Blitzel and then the Tapu Koko EX.
Nice.
How wild is that?
That's a sweet looking card.
That's a secret rare.
Little secret rare for the electric spot. This is again Pokemon Mixer number 1. So this is Pokemon Mixer number 1.
Yeah, so we are live in the PSA studio at the National. So you'll see that we're streaming a little bit differently than we do from home in one consistent stream. So we had the cup break earlier. Now we're transitioning into Pokemon. For those of you at home, we will go in and chop this video and attach the video to your break event, so you have the record in your account history, everything like that. So we'll just need a little bit of time after we wrap up the break. So.
Chantal on the full art trainer.
Which order are you going in here?
I was going left to right here.
Do you want us to start queuing some of these up?
In terms of
pulling all the packs out and things like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do that, because I think we're going to run into our time.
Cool.
I know the studio event right after this is Nat Turner. Nat Turner's going to be here with a special guest to be determined.
It's not you?
It's not me. I'm not Nat Turner's special guest.
That's funny.
So I just want to make sure that we are on time.
All right, well, we're just wrapping up the first box. Ooh, we got something coming up. Couple reverse hollows, and then Toxicity on the EX for the fighting spots. To wrap up box number 1. What box are you looking forward to ripping here the most, Nate?
I think we got to go with the Prismatic Evolutions. That's probably the big one, but 151's a lot of fun too.
You're taking Prismatic over 151?
I think so.
Ooh. I think 151 I'm looking forward to ripping more just because it is, you just don't see 151 anywhere anymore.
No.
All right, so this is, what is this, Ryan? Twilight Masquerade?
Come on, expert.
Well, no, I didn't see the box. I didn't know which one you were
That's
ripping.
the box. Do you know which one it is?
Twilight Masquerade. We've got Teal'c Ogerpon as our promo for the grass spots. And then the Pokemon Center exclusive there with that little samp there. Let's see, Twilight Masquerade. What's the big chase in Twilight Masquerade?
No, I don't know this set as well.
Some expert.
I know. Well, I was an expert. And then I started learning about sports cards too.
Got it.
Only
That
so much
makes
room in
sense.
my brain.
Sports cards hooked you?
Yeah. No, I still like Pokemon. I don't know after all of the Scarlet and Violet sets as well.
It's fine.
Did they do the promo cards differently in some of these?
That one might be older if it's not in. It should still be in there though.
I don't see anything here.
It could be at the bottom. Sometimes they fall or no.
Let's see. I don't see the promo. Let's see the.
Is there a chance that Astral didn't have a promo?
Do you still have that box? The outer case of the
Yeah.
box? That one. Let me see. This
Well,
should say on the back.
Does it say on the back if there's a promo card that I'm missing?
I don't think that one does have a promo actually. Doesn't say on here. Doesn't have a photo of one. Key card.
No, doesn't say anything about a
All right.
promo in Astral.
Good, then I didn't miss
Freaking
it.
out over.
I didn't miss it. That's a good thing.
All right, let's go Twilight Masquerade here now, guys. We've got Wellspring Mask, Ogerpon EX. I'll just have you sleeve and top load those, actually. And we'll just roll through. Cardzilla says Amel's special guest is Nat Turner. Nope. There is Carmine on a full art trainer. Trainer spot can always crush here. All right, nose pass reverse, the Iron Leaves hollow. And Chimeco Munkidori hollow. The Greninja, perfect. Titus came in, it's the Greninja. There's Venipede and Crawdont reverse. Infernape hollow for the fire spots. Diplin and Sandygast reverse. Zapdos hollow for the electric spot. Give me some more full art action here. This is number 1. Yep, this is Pokemon Break number 1. There's the Arcanine for the fighting spots. And last but not least, Luxray EX for the electric spots. Yeah, so this is Pokemon Mixer number 1. As we are closing up our time here at the PSA booth, we will most likely, or we will do number 2 back from the Real Sports Cards booth. There's Vulpix and Chandelure hollow. We've got a couple more reverse. Ting-Lu hollow. And the Alakazam hollow for Twilight Masquerade. You can stash those on the left side there for me, Nate. All right, what'd you rip next for me, Ryan? Oh, we got everything here. Look at that. I wasn't even looking at it.
Bingo.
All right, let's go
All ready to
Astral
go.
Radiance next. So, Nate, you're thinking Astral Radiance 151 and then Prismatic at the end?
I would do it that way.
All right. Well, I've got to listen to you. You're the...
I ripped a few packs.
You've ripped a couple packs. We need an Umbreon live from the PSA booth in Prismatic. Hopefully you guys have been having fun hanging out with us. Again, just a couple special breaks each day here live from the National. Show's been crazy already. It feels weird that it's only day 2.
Right.
It feels like I've been here for, well, to be fair, I was here for setup on Tuesday.
You did. You left Monday. It's
what
been
day of the
really,
week
really
is it?
long for me too.
Yeah.
I got to fly in Wednesday morning after everything was already set up.
Hey, how'd you feel? This is we talked about it at the all-card ship last week. This is the first ever National that you have not set up.
I didn't have to do any of the grunt work.
And Tom was here, but I wouldn't necessarily say Tom
No,
set
Tom.
up.
Tom put no. Let's be honest.
Oh,
Tom put one thing together in the booth, and he put it together upside down.
That's the true story.
It is a true story. He put it together upside down. So thanks, Tom, for the massive help. No, I mean the reality is I was originally planning on coming down and doing setup with you guys, but we had an opportunity. Some of our friends from Upper Deck were in town in Minneapolis. So we had an opportunity to host Upper Deck at the shop in Minneapolis, grab some dinner Tuesday night before heading out. So I stayed back. I took the bullet and ate at Butcher's Tail, downtown Minneapolis. You know, I had my beef long rib and my banana bread old fashions. So you know, I did the hard work.
Someone has to do it.
Someone has to do the non-glamorous hard work.
Heavy as a head.
Right.
Yeah, I actually did, while I was setting up the whole booth, basically by myself, I was thinking, man, I'm so glad I'm not Ryan right now.
Right. No, what you were probably thinking was, it's so nice not to have Ryan here telling me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that to your face. And there's a full art. Klebor on the full art for the fighting spots.
A little back-to-back action.
And, oh, that's sick. The Machamp VMAX again for the fighting spot there. Give it to me. Nice back-to-back. Gardenia's Vigor on the hollow. Walava and Mesprit hollow. And there we go to wrap up another ETB. We got 2 fun ones left now, with 151 and then with Prismatic. Let's see 151 to start us. And there's the Snorlax. This is a big, big card as a PSA 10. How sick is that? The Pokemon Center exclusive Snorlax.
So what do you think of the breaking setup in here, right? This is a lot different than breaking at home, right? You're standing up instead of sitting in a nice, cozy Secret Lab chair. You've got the overhead cam view.
Yeah.
Super different than like the hand cam, right? So what's your take on that?
I like the standing up, like the sitting down for a long period of time. Even though those Secret Lab chairs are really nice, like it's kind of.
You're breaking for like 10 hours straight.
Correct.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I mean those late Saturday nights.
Late Saturday night, 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
On camera. So sitting in a chair.
It feels kind of nice to be up, standing up. The issue with it is my neck is already hurting from like looking straight down. So that's not. I mean, it's pick your poison with that.
That's
I guess.
Old people problems.
Seriously. The overhead camera, I don't mind it. It's a little. It's almost like.
Forget it's
not
there.
Straight overhead, you know, right? Because it's up there. So I'm like angling it a little bit more, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's completely different. This is 100% different.
Yep.
I'm gonna forget
I mean,
how to
there's
break
so many
regularly.
different streaming setups now. Like some of the streamers are streaming right from their cell phones. You know, some are still using computers and stream decks and things like that. But there's a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, but like this is kind of like right up for me. Like I need to get even. I'm gonna hurt. My wrists are gonna be hurting after this.
Oh, poor breaker.
I think I'm gonna need a vacation after this.
Oh, it's such a hard job, life of a breaker.
I need some time off.
Hey, carpal tunnel's a real thing.
Squirtle and Tentacruel on the reverse with the Chansey hollow. Let's see something nice here at a 151. Onyx and Lickitung reverse. Articuno hollow. We're going, that's the best part about 151. It is just OG as
I know
OG
what this
gets.
is gonna be.
Oh, that's
I know
awesome.
What this is gonna be. My brother wants to buy this at the show.
How about the big old Blastoise EX
and
and something sick right behind it? Blastoise EX for the water spot. That is so cool. And then right behind it, we have got the Mew EX for the psychic spot. That's awesome. How sick is that? That's nice with them being back-to-back like that.
So little fun fact while we're here. This is Mitsuhiro Arita art. He's the one that did the iconic original Charizard art. And my personal favorite Pokemon artist, a lot of the more like, I would say artistic style art. And so he did, I think it was, I can't remember if it was the whole line or if it was just the Blastoise line in this set.
That's
and
really
so,
cool.
Yeah, it's a sweet card.
Perfect. We've got the Steel Energy Hollow. Let's see what else we can find here. Dugong and Seal reverse with the Electrode Hollow. Saving those code cards. Geodude Rapidash.
Oh, there
reverse.
it is, the Rapidash.
The Rapidash.
That's Amberly's
That was
card
for
right
Amberly.
there.
That's, you got Ponyta evolves into Rapidash.
Yep.
We got Marowak on the reverse. Eradicate, Voltorb reverse, Vaporeon with a sweet hollow for the water spot. Al says, oh Lord, another vacation. Psychic basic energy. Sand Slash reverse, Jolteon hollow. I feel like there are a ton of packs in this one, kind of more than the others. Electrode and Clefable reverse with the Omastar hollow. Dragonair and Mankey reverse with the Gengar hollow. I've also got two sets of eyes like looking over each of my shoulders as I'm going here, so the pressure's extra hard.
How does it feel breaking? How does it feel breaking when you have other people like wanting to see?
All right, what do we got? Do you know what this one is? That's got to be.
Is that
Is
the
Lapras on the
Squirtle?
verse? That's what I'm
It
thinking.
is the
Nice.
Squirtle.
Let's go.
Yep.
We've got the Squirtle full art and then the Kangaskhan EX. How about the water spot crush in this? That's such a sweet card. Kangaskhan EX there for the normal spots. Kakuna reverse, Golbat reverse, and the Starmie hollow, followed by the Dark Energy hollow as well. And we are down to one.
Making good time. 7 minutes to go.
Perfect.
One box left.
All right. Last box mojo, some would say. Let's see our prismatic promo. How about the Eevee? How about the Eevee? We got two sleeping Pokemon in our promos. You have the Snorlax. Yeah, the Snorlax and then the Eevee just chilling out.
That's going to be
like
me
it.
in about 20 minutes in the booth.
All right, Prismatic Evolutions. We are Evolution chasing. What time's the show going? It's a long night too, isn't it? Like
Well, the
until 8?
Breaker Pavilion is open until midnight tonight.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But I think the show goes till 8.
8. That sounds about right. 9 to 8.
Yeah, it's a long day.
People just constantly flowing in throughout.
The extracurricular activities at this show are always great too. Tomorrow we've got our Chicago Dogs game that we're going to. Last night we were at the casino. You did the casino 2 nights in a row, didn't you?
Yeah.
How's that been for you?
Well, let's just say I had to sell cards today, not to get more money, but just to get back even. So the beautiful thing about that is
So that you can
I've got
more
money to go back.
So you can go back there again tonight to good old Rivers Casino.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, last box mojo here, guys. We've got Riolu and Glass Trumpet reverse and the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX full art for the water spot again. That water spot has just been crushing. Blood Moon Ursaluna reverse, Ogre's Mask reverse, and a Jolteon hollow. Through all the base. And how about a Pokeball Pyroar? Pokeball Pyroar is a sweet one for the fire spot. Slowpoke reverse, Munkidori hollow. Little Grass Energy hollow. Festival Grounds, an Espeon Reverse, Blood Moon Ursa Luna Hollow.
So we've got a lot of promotional breaks going, a couple of breaks every day from the National at our booth. And also we've got all of our normal breaks rolling back home in Minnesota and Wisconsin. And along with that, we're still in the middle of the Real Sports Cards summer road trip. So daily giveaways, got some cool Chicago-themed daily giveaways this week. But make sure you're always jumping in, grabbing the spot in those daily giveaways. You never know when you can pop one of those.
100%.
And then earning points in all of these breaks towards the summer road trip. And
as well as the giveaway random.
And the $40,000 worth of prizes that we're giving away.
Yep. There's Roaring Moon with a hollow. Ryan, who's your favorite evolution?
Eevee.
Well, no, that's Eevee isn't.
Here, let me go first. Espeon. I like Espeon.
I have no idea. How would I know that?
Say Jolteon.
Roaring Moon.
No, wrong.
No.
Incorrect.
I'm just reading a card over here.
Professor's
cool.
Research with a Pokeball. Let's do one there for the trainer spot.
That's super cool.
Bronzor Reverse, Espeon Hollow, Electric Energy Hollow. Black Belt's Training Pokeball. I can see Ryan being more of a Flareon guy. See, there's an evolution.
I feel like I'm just an energy kind of person.
Also Jolteon.
Big energy guy.
I'm a big energy guy. I really like all the energy cards.
What do you PC? Pokemon energy cards. All right, last but not least, Leafeon and Hoot Hoot Reverse and the Leafeon Hollow. And that's, everyone, is going to wrap us up.
That's Pokemon Mixer number 1. Pokemon Mixer number 2 will be live shortly from the Real Sports Cards booth. That wraps up our time here in the PSA studio. Thank you to PSA for having us here at the National. Thank you to Ryan and Ryan's team for inviting us on to be a part of this event with PSA. And we're going to keep ripping, so stay tuned on the Real Sports Cards app. We'll see you soon.